James speaking.
Yeah, hi. Is that James Clancy?
It is.
Hi, and you're a manager at parking, yeah?
Yeah, can I just call it?
Yeah, no problem. My name's John Pavat. I've got a couple of questions I want to ask you because first of all, can you tell me whether parking is a criminal or civil offence?
Can I ask what this is in regards to?
I'm about to tell you in a minute. Do you want to do you want to answer that question for me, please, James? It's a simple.
Civil offence, isn't it?
Right, lovely, great
Is
stuff.
this in regards to a?
Well, I'm going to get back to that in a minute, James. I've put in a complaint to Nottingham City Council a while back because your vans look like police vans. It's got police written all over it. Now, considering it's a civil issue and not a criminal issue, do you want to tell me, before I lodge in another complaint, why your vans are police vans and they've got police stamped all over them? I've got photographs of your vans with police all over them. Do you want to tell me that?
Yeah, of course I can. They work in conjunction with the police. They're part of community protection.
Yeah, which is fine. I've got no issue with that.
So they'll have a council brand on and a police brand on. They're co-branded.
Yeah, right, okay. Well,
yeah.
I've got some photographs, and at the front it should have council on, but it hasn't. It's got police all over it. Right, now if we go to the side, your markings actually look like police van marking. The only thing I can see in small letters is a Nottingham City logo stamp on your door. And that's it. The rest looks like a police van. And this is what my complaint was for, because there was a criminal incident happened a while back, and I thought you were a police van. So I run up to ask you for aid, and two parking officers said, no, we're not police, we're parking. So I said, well, you're part of protection, aren't you? You know, if you see something. And he went, oh, no, nothing to do with us. So, and then I go around Nottingham today, and I see one of your vans, and you still haven't changed it. It still looks like a police van. Now, that's really confusing to me and the Joe public that need assistance in a priority issue. Can you take the police logos off? Because although you do work with the police, and I welcome that, the point is it's very confusing to people like me that your van looks, and considering parking isn't a criminal offence, it's a civil offence, and to me it looks like, and if you look at your vans, or if you ask Joe public to look at them, because I said, does that look like a police van to you? And they go, yeah, from a distance. Yeah. So can you change your police vans, please? Or I'll put in a complaint and I'll take you to court. Because I'll tell you for why. It's a criminal offence. James, listen to me. 1 minute, James. 1 minute and you can talk, right? It's a criminal offence, right? It's like me, but when I was in the army, right? Yeah. If I pretended to be an officer and I'm not an officer,
sure,
I'll be court-martialed, right? Now, it's an offence. It's an offence for you to make your van look like a police van, all right?
Yes.
So I'm telling you now.
It is an offence to impersonate a police officer.
Right, exactly. So can you please change it or do something about it? Because, you know, other than that, you've got to be liable. And, I respect my council, and I don't want, and I'm a member of the public. You want constructive feedback. I'm telling you now, if I see another van with that logo on, I'm going to take you to court, all right? Because I think
the best thing for you to do, sir, is if you're all right for me to speak for a second.
Yeah, sure. Fire away, yeah. Go on, James.
The co-branding is authorised by Nottinghamshire Police. They've agreed it. They're happy. They don't consider it to be impersonating a police officer, as you've suggested. So they're happy with it. So the police legal are happy with it. The council legal are happy with it. If you've had an incident, though, and our officers have been in the area and not supported you as you wish, then I'll gladly deal with that complaint.
Yeah, well, that's ongoing, James, at the moment.
The markings on the vehicles, they are considered legal. So if you want to challenge that, then more than happy to accept.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, because you've said, James, because you've said that to me, all right, okay, I'll be issuing proceedings, because before I do that, I'm going to write to the Chief Constable, right, because I don't believe that to be true. And I seriously don't, James, at all. Neither does the public. And we've got a right to say in all these matters. For the life of me, that just looks like a police van. right? When I've looked at when I've looked at other police, when I've looked at other council vehicles, because I do travel the country in my job, right? Is the fact that I never ever see a council with any police logos on it at all, apart from the Nottingham City Council. I've been into London,
Manchester have similar vehicles because they work quite closely with the police.
I mean, London, I don't see anything with police on it in London at all. In terms of the councils, I know all Wandsworth, Merton, Westminster. I don't see any of the
partnership for Nottingham City Council, their community protection department, if you like, that directorate work more closely with the police than anywhere else in the country. The only one that comes close to it is Manchester.
Yeah.
So that co-branding is part of that.
Yeah, but it's a branding, isn't it? I mean, I deal in marketing and branding. Yeah. You know, that branding is confusing. You know, it's confusing to the public. You know, it's confusing. All right, they might say, well, it's fine. We're working together. We don't. Yeah. But I mean, if you were to change your logo and say, hey, look, you know, we'll have a little Diddy logo on the door, which is for the police, because you work with them if you want to do that. But for the big one on the front of your vehicle and everywhere else, well, that should be Nottingham City Council, because then it's not confusing. I mean, if you want to co-brand with them, well, that's fine by me. I've got no issue with that. But the point is, it's absolutely confusing, you know. And you've probably had the vehicles done and with those logos on or that brand on. But to me, it looks like a police van. You know what? And Joe Public think that. So, James, I advise you just to take the big logo off and put it on the side of your door, and then stamp Nottingham City Council with your nice logo on it all over the vehicle. I haven't got an issue with that. I welcome that, and I think that's constructive feedback. You know, but if you don't do that, and incidents have happened to me, and I've had no support in the past, I will take the matter further. So I'm just putting you on notice now, James. Yeah. All right, James. Have a nice day. God bless. Thanks for your service. Bye bye now.
Your incidents, though, sir. You want me to try and deal with that?
No, it's already ongoing. That it's fine. It's already been dealt with. Getting dealt with. I mean. All right. Thanks, James. Have a nice day. Bye bye now.